Hey guys, welcome back to another pickup video. This time I'm gonna have I guess a particular pickup episode because I'm gonna be showing you guys a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be a great one. I'm gonna be showing guys some new games that I got, some old school games, some new games. I'm gonna be showing you a pickup that is not a pickup, and you guys are gonna see that in a second. What I mean by that. I'm also gonna be showing you a collector's edition of something and a new console pickup. I'm extremely excited to share with you guys about the new console that I picked. It's one console that I've been meaning to get my hands up for a while, so I'm extremely excited to show you guys that. I'm gonna leave that for the very end. So let's get started with the pickup that it's not a pickup. Okay, see this box right here? This box contains the 25th, I believe it's the 25th Street Fighter Anniversary Collector's Edition Special whatever pack for the PlayStation 3. And when this first was announced, like many months ago, maybe even maybe a year ago, I pre-ordered this, being the huge Street Fighter fan that I am, which by the way I have the Super Nintendo version playing on the TV. I pre-ordered this as soon as it became available on Amazon.com, but at the time I did not have into account that the Wii U was not announced, the Neo Geo X portable device was not announced. So I didn't really plan out my, I guess the money that I was going to be spending. So this is a very expensive collector's edition. It's $150. For what it's for the contents of it, it's actually not very expensive, considering it has Street Fighter Cross Tekken, it has Super Street Fighter 4 for the PlayStation 3, then it has downloadable like voucher codes for all the old school Street Fighter games like Street Fighter 2, I believe, Super Street Fighter 2 HD Remix, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. A bunch of downloadable codes, so you get a lot of games. Then you have all the Street Fighter movies on Blu-ray. You have 11 soundtrack albums. Then you get a Ryu action figure, Ryu's replica like black belt, and an art book. So a lot of content in this, but I'm not in a position, unfortunately right now, to be paying $150 for this, especially if I want to get the Wii U on launch date, which is still not a sure thing because I have to, watch out after my wallet. So it pains me to return this back to Amazon, but I have to do it. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna run to the UPS office and drop this off and return it. Hopefully, if things get better, I'll be able to get this later on. But for now, I just can't afford to spend too much money on stuff like this. So this is my pickup that it's not a pickup because I have to return it. So anyways, but speaking of collector's editions stuff, I'm gonna be showing you guys one that I'm really excited and arrived today in the mail, and that's the Kirby 20 anniversary collection. And this is the box that it came in, and I'm gonna show you guys the contents. It came with the game, obviously, and it has a soundtrack album. That's the soundtrack right there. That's the actual game, and 45 songs on the soundtrack. Beautifully done. I have not played this yet because it just got in the mail. And it also had an art book, which I love it because if you take a look at it, it kind of resembles the old school video game magazines of the 90s. Just the way they presented the art, and they printed the screenshots. It really looks like a Nintendo Power from the early 90s. It's really awesome. I'm really happy to have this in my collection, and a lot of information, print gallery, lots of photos, lots of information here. So a very nice pickup, especially because I got it for cheap from Newegg.com, and I got it for for $30. The retail price of this is $40. I got it for $30 with using a code, and I think I'm gonna get my money's worth with this guy right here, because even though I'm a huge Nintendo fan, I never put too much time into the Kirby franchise. So the only Kirby game that I played for more than 2 hours maybe is the Game Boy Advance game. So I have a lot to discover in the Kirby series. So I know I'm going to get my money's worth, and this is the perfect place to start because it includes, let's see, 6 classic Kirby games that date all the way back from the original Game Boy to the NES to the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. So, you know, there's a lot of content in this bad boy right here, and I'm going to be enjoying the crap out of it because I can't wait to delve into the Kirby franchise. You know, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, and you know, I just never had the time or the money to get all the games in the series, so this is a very, very good place to start. Since I'm talking about the Nintendo Wii, I'm going to show you guys another pickup that I got from GameStop, and it's on Wario Land Shake It. I got this used from GameStop for $12, which is not a great deal, but I still wanted to get this one because I believe this is one of the games that it's going to be a little bit hard to get once, you know, they start discontinuing the Wii games to make way for the Wii U games. So for $12, I thought it was a fair price, and the game is pretty fun, amazing graphics. I got it complete in the box. It's brand new. I don't think the person that had this game even played it. He probably played it like once or twice. Extremely good condition. This game it's a platformer, on the easy side, but you know, it's very enjoyable, and it has a beautiful graphics, hand-drawn animations. So you know, I already started playing this, and I'm gonna keep playing it until I beat the game. It's on the easy side, but again, you know, it's a fun little experience, platformer. Next up, I'm gonna be showing you guys 2 PSP games that I picked up. And the PSP is also another console that, you know, if you guys have it, keep an eye on it because the games are on the cheap right now. So I think this is a good time to start, you know, buying all the PSP games off, you know, off the internet, Amazon, Walmart. And I got these 2 games off the Walmart website for $6, brand new each. So it's not bad. The first one is Hot Shots Golf, the second one. And for those of you that are not familiar with this game, it's pretty much Mario Golf. It's a very like arcadey type of golf game where, you know, the more you play, the more you unlock. You know, you can unlock, you know, new clothing, new accessories for your golfer, new characters, new levels. So the game has like this really nice pacing to it, where, you know, it keeps you coming back for more, to unlock more stuff. So I figure I give this one a shot, and it's a very fun game, one of the best golf games that I played. You know, like I said, it's a little bit on the arcade side. It's not like a simulator like Tiger Woods golf, but it's a fun, you know, game to have for a handheld device like the PlayStation Portable. So really fun game. And the other game I got is Pixel Junk Monster Deluxe. And this game is pretty much a tower defense game, where you set up, you know, different weapons along the way, and you have to prevent the enemy from reaching your, you know, your city or your village. And I have not played too much of it. I played the first 4 or 5 levels, and so far I've been having a lot of fun with this game. So, you know, highly recommend it if you have a PSP, and it's also available for download. So for $6, I couldn't pass it up, and it's a fun little game. Next up, for the PlayStation 3, I got Sonic Generations. And after I finished playing Rayman Origins, I was craving for more platforming goodness on any of my consoles, really. And I decided to go with this game because even though the Sonic games of late have not been received very well, this is one of the games that actually got good reviews, and a lot of Sonic fans, you know, agree that this is probably the you know, the way to go if you're looking for like one of the newer Sonic games. I have not played a whole lot, but from what I played so far, it's definitely very good. I like the fact that it combines old school Sonic platforming with the newer, behind the back view, modern Sonic action from like the Sonic Adventure games. Personally, Sonic Adventure 2 is my favorite Sonic game of all time. So it's nice that they included those newer sections in the game, and they did a good job of recreating some of the classic levels, like Green Hills and all that. And the game runs extremely well for being a very fast-paced game. The frame rate seems to hold incredibly well, and the graphics are vivid, colorful, just beautiful to look at. So. Some of the controls are a little bit hard to adjust, and the levels, of course, just like any other Sonic game, you really have to play them over and over again to get a good idea, because you're just blazing through the levels at a very fast speed, and you really have to know what to do in order to smoothly finish a level and get a good rating. So it takes a while to get used to learning the levels, but it offers a lot of variety, and it's one of the better Sonic games. So I'm glad I picked this one up. I got it for really cheap from Amazon. So I'm still playing through it, and I'm enjoying a lot. So now is the main event of the evening is the new console that I picked. And this console, I remember a few weeks ago I left a comment on Kids 171 video that I really wanted to get this console, and I was contacted by a fellow YouTuber, Y2J Code Laker. He offered me to to help me get the console, but at the time I did not have anything to trade for, and I still don't have anything to trade for because I'm just not hitting the garage sales or flea markets as of late. So, but I found a really good deal on eBay, which is surprising, considering eBay nowadays is it's getting harder and harder to get good prices on eBay, because people are they're just aware of how to price old school retro video games, and it's getting harder to get good deals. But for $5, well, total was $15 for the product and everything shipped. I got a Sega Dreamcast in good working condition. Here it is. Good working condition. And I've been wanting to get this for a long time, because the Sega Dreamcast is by far my favorite Sega console of all time. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. Most people prefer the Genesis or the Master System, but the Dreamcast for me is not only Sega's best console, but one of the best consoles of all time. It was so well designed. It was really ahead of its time, and it's unfortunate that it had to be killed early because of the success of the PlayStation 2. But this is a truly great console, and I've been wanting to get one for a long time, and I'm so glad I did. Like I said, for $15, I thought it was a pretty good deal, because it came with 2 controllers, and the controllers are not anything spectacular. They're the 2 normal gray or white, I guess, controllers that came standard colors. But it did come with a VMU, which is the blue one. Let's see if I can get it out. Is the like the see-through blue color. So and the VMU works, the Sega Dreamcast works. It came with all the hookups, the audio video cable, the AC adapter cable, and it also came with 4 games. So for $15, I thought it was a good deal, because I've been looking, like I said, I've been looking to get a Dreamcast for a long time, and I've been keeping an eye on Craigslist and eBay as well. And it seems that the most normal prices for a Dreamcast, just for the Dreamcast and the controller and the memory unit, is around $30. So to get 2 controllers, a VMU unit, and 4 games, it's a really sweet deal, I think. And the games that I got are not the best, but they were included, so why not? The first one is Ready to Rumble unboxing. I remember playing this, renting this from Blockbuster back in the day for the Nintendo 64. I thought it was an average arcade type of boxing game, but it's definitely not a bad game. So I'm going to give this one a second chance since I already have the game here. So I don't know, I'm excited to take a look and explore this game again. Second one I got is Sega Bass Fishing. I'm not really into fishing games, but hey, it was included, and from what I've heard, it's it's a decent fishing game if you're into fishing. So I don't know. It came with the console, so I guess I'm gonna keep it. The third game was Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX. I played this a little bit, and I don't know, it didn't do anything for me. I'm a huge fan of the Tony Hawk series, and so I was hoping I would like this, but it didn't do anything for me. And the last game is Spit Devils, which I believe this is the best game of the bunch. I actually played this quite a bit, and think of this as the Dreamcast like version of Cruisin' USA or Cruisin' World, because you can pick different types of cars. You can pick like a sports car that looks really fast, but you can also pick like a huge pickup truck. So it's like all over the place with the vehicles. Really wacky type of car selection. And the levels are also a little bit crazy. Some of the levels have like tornadoes that just come down from the sky like in the middle of the road. So if you hit the tornado, your car just flies off the track and all that. So it's like a really all over the place type of racing game, like Cruisin' USA or Cruisin' World. So yeah, I think this is a pretty decent pickup. None of the games that I show you are rare, obviously, but they came included with the console, and as soon as I won the bid for the Dreamcast for $15, as soon as I got the email that I won the bid, I went ahead and ordered one of my all-time favorite games. This game, I did pay top dollar for it. I know you can get it for cheaper, but I was so excited. I was so excited that I won a Dreamcast for a good price, and I really wanted to get my hands on this game because it's one of my all-time favorite games, and that game is Shenmue. This is, in my opinion, the best Sega game ever released. And back in the day, my friend had a Dreamcast, and he lent it to me for like 3 or 4 months. And I remember playing this game and being completely blown away by how, at the time it was the top of the line game. You could tell that it was, top quality. It was an experience that, was never made in any console or, form or shape. And, I'm playing through the game right now. I'm thinking of doing like a separate video just to talk about how great this game is. And a lot of people don't seem to agree with that, and I can understand why, because it's a little bit of a slow-paced game where you have to play, in a sense, you have to play detective a lot, because you have to run around the town and ask people, have you heard about this person, or where can I find this person? You do a lot of detective work, and I think a lot of people were expecting for this game to be more like action-oriented, but my experience with this game is one that I will never forget. When I first played this back, I played this is a 2000 game, and I believe I played this in 2001 when my friend lent me his Dreamcast for like 3 or 4 months. I'll never forget when I first experienced this game, and I'm so glad to have this. Like I said, I paid top dollar for this. I think I paid $22. I'm well aware that you can get this for cheaper, in other places, but I was extremely excited to, turn the Dreamcast on and, just enjoy this game that I have so many fond memories of. So, the good news is that now I have a Dreamcast, and I can start, chasing and hunting other games that I remember enjoying from back in the day, like Power Stone, Marvel vs. Capcom, Sonic Adventures, Sega Rally. And it's gonna be tough. Some of those games are go for a good price, pretty penny up on eBay. So, but I'm not in a hurry. I'm gonna give it time, and I'm gonna slowly try and build up a decent Sega Dreamcast collection. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A new console pickup is always exciting. So, hopefully, my next pickup video will include the highly anticipated Resident Evil 6. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.